A very warm welcome to my viewers who regularly tune in to listen to these discussions that we have on day-to-day basis, or at least I'm trying to uh, come up with the topics on daily basis because, as you know, it's not so easy to understand, comprehend, and then collect precise, accurate data on the kind of topics that we discuss. And for the first time, viewers, let me set the base or set up your expectations, what you should expect from my videos that I not usually publish. See, I'm not the kind of a person who's going to say the popular thing. I'm not going to say the thing which is popular. I'm going to say the things which I believe to be right. And when I say I believe, it's not based on my emotions, it's based on my research. I study, I read, I talk, I listen, I observe. And I've been doing this for more than a decade now. I've worked with countless professionals and students and homemakers alike, and I understand the kind of uh, things that they have been going through. And somehow, again, as I have said previously, I will reiterate that we somehow have swept it under the rug, that we are not going to talk about these topics. We have made them taboo. So the least to say. So without further ado, let's discuss or let's dive into today's topic. The topic is quite common, and I'm sure you might have heard it somewhere or the other, that society is not shaped by rewards and recognition. It is shaped by fear. Now, when I say fear, look at all the laws. Now, you'll be punished if you break a law, but you will never be rewarded if you follow the rules because that is expedient. That is something what is expected out of you. A child, when he behaves well, is hardly or rarely appreciated by his or her parents. But if, uh, God forbid, the child misbehaves, he's going to face the music. So normally it is said that the best cages are the ones that you never see, and the most obedient prisoners are the ones who think they are free. There is an adage which says that if you want to keep the prisoner within the cell, never let him or her know that he is a prisoner. Create an illusion around them that you're free. But are they really free? Are we really free? Fear, it's the oldest currency of power. If you look back in the recorded human history, empires were not merely built with swords, and gold, and armies, and tanks and weapons. No, they were cemented with dread and fear. From the burning stakes of the medieval Inquisition to the blinding glare of mass surveillance today that we face. Fear has always been the invisible whip in the hand of authority. Normally, people say that the world is divided into two groups, good and bad. I don't agree with it. I believe that the world is divided into two groups, powerful and weak. And powerful rules over the weak with the help of fear. Sometimes it is obvious, sometimes it is hidden, covert, it's very subtle, and that's how they get things done. If you look around yourself, fear hangs in the air like smoke from a fire you can't quite find. The fear of losing your job keeps you grinding in silence. You give up your own personal life, your social life, your family life so that you can keep a job that you might even not like, that you detest, but yes, you can't afford to lose it. The fear of social exile keeps your opinions chained. Most of the time, people don't say the right thing, they say the popular thing. Now, there is a huge difference between it. A right thing can never be popular, right? Because that goes against the very fabric of the society that we have created around ourselves. We have created illusion, of a society which is so called civilized. But I fail to see why we call it civilized when we can't even behave in a civil manner between two individuals. If you see any confrontation between two individuals who they don't even know each other, they don't even know the background or the build up to the act, but they don't behave in a civilized manner. They don't. I rarely see people getting engaged into civil discourse. You can definitely disagree with the person, but it doesn't mean that look, you should be at the loggerheads at all times. The fear of punishment keeps you obedient. We follow rules not because we think it is the right thing to do. We follow rules because we know the repercussions. If we are reprimanded by breaking rules, we are going to be punished, and no one likes that. History teaches this in whispers. During Cold War, remember, two superpowers, USSR and USA, held the whole world hostage with mushroom cloud threats. People went to bed every night wondering if the sunrise would be their last, but over time they became accustomed to the tension. Fear had woven itself into the fabric of their daily life. They just stopped caring anymore. But like a parasite, it lived off of the collective psyche. The whole of the world was engulfed in that fear, the fear of what if. And I'm pretty sure most of you are aware of the Cuba incident where USSR sent their nuclear submarine to Cuba, which is like right at the doorstep of US. And USA protested and things escalated quite quickly, and the world was on the brink of nuclear war. But somehow rational minds prevailed and it was averted. Fear does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers. It's the headlines that scream danger. Headlines we see in newspaper or magazines or tabloids. The numbers that are projected to rise, especially during pandemic, any pandemic, or if there is a war going on, or some kind of conflict is happening around the world. The policies that are built technically to serve you, they often become your ball and chain, right? A drowning man will cling to any lifeline, even if it's a leash. Now, society has been trained, or rather conditioned, like a caged lion, pacing within invisible boundaries. You don't try to escape once you have convinced yourself the cage is safety, right? But it's not safety. You have basically given up your sovereignty, your privacy, your own individuality in exchange of safety. You you are you yourself are the prisoner and the jailer at the same time. And here's the sinister genius. Those in power really have to keep you behind bars. They just have to make the outside world look far more terrifying than the cell. Look, if you want to verify or if you want to see or test it yourself, randomly switch to any news channel and name one news that is positive which is being uh, broadcasted on that channel. On every day, it's openly fear mongering. They are creating mass hysteria and panic so that people will fall in line. Absolute fear breeds absolute compliance. That's why fear is always the sharpest tool in the shed of mass control. It's cheaper than war, to be honest, cleaner than chains, obviously, and far more contagious than truth. That goes without saying, like no one likes to confront what is true because it is normally very uncomfortable and sometimes very painful because it will shatter the very belief system around which you have built your life. That is why it is said that the truth shall set you free, but first it will break you. By that it means not physically, not literally, but metaphorically. It will break your false belief systems that you have created over the course of your life. And then you will be able to see behind the smoke screen that exactly is going on. So the next time you feel your pulse quicken at a headline, ask yourself, is this fear meant to protect you or to control you? Now, I'm not saying that they should not, the news outlets or the people in power should not uh, tell if something wrong has happened or is happening in the world to their audiences. But I believe that it is their moral obligation to give, to not give just the segment of the news. Tell them the whole thing. That yes, there is something going wrong over there, but we are in total absolute control. We'll make sure that our citizens are safe. Travel advisories are often broadcasted on every major airport in the world. Don't travel to this country. Don't go to that country. I don't understand that what's the point in all this. And remember, when fear becomes the architect of your reality, society starts to look less like a home and more like a neatly painted prison. When your whole identity, your belief system, your thoughts, your personality, your individuality, your physiology is based on fear and only fear, then it creates a kind of panic that cannot be properly articulated. But yeah, you will definitely feel suffocated. Fear has long been the invisible force that shapes our societies, subtly guiding behavior and compliance under the guise of safety. As I mentioned earlier on, we are more than willing to give up our liberty, our sovereignty, our individuality in exchange of safety because we are so scared of what? I don't know. As we navigate a world where fear is wielded as a tool of control, it's crucial to discern whether the anxieties we feel are genuine threats or mechanisms of manipulation. Ultimately, recognizing the true nature of fear can empower us to break free from our invisible cages and reclaim our autonomy and sovereignty. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you might have find this a bit uh, I'll say uncomfortable that no, we are free, we are sovereign. Okay, if you believe so, I agree with you. But you can lie to me, you can lie to the whole world, but you cannot lie to yourself. If you ask me, I don't consider myself as free. I'm not free to do what I want to do. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to start doing wrong things. No, that is not at all what freedom means. Look at most of the laws. If you look at, not, I'm not talking about the capital punishment laws. No, they're there for a reason. If one person has taken an innocent life, that person deserves everything that is coming towards him. All the psychopaths and sociopaths, I believe they deserve what is going to happen to them. But I'm talking about the basic laws. Now, what exactly are they doing? Are they protecting you in any way, shape, or form? Or are they just manipulating you? Look at, I'll give you a simple example from my country. Now there is a rule recently introduced by our government, and it says that vehicles older than 10 years from the date of production, they must get their registration certificate renewed every year, and they cannot travel or in any other part of India apart from their state or city of registration. So does this make me free? I bought a car. I paid the taxes. I'm paying my taxes as we speak. And yet, just because my car is older than 10 years, I cannot drive that car in another part of my country of origin. Now, how is this security? How is this helping me? If my car is in proper condition, it is properly serviced, all the parts are safe and secure, and because obviously I'm not going to drive around in a metal coffin. I love myself way too much to do that. Plus, I have people depending upon me, so I cannot be reckless with my life. Most of the people, they are not reckless with their lives. They are very rational. If you sit down and have a genuine conversation with them, and if you pay close attention to them, they are rational people. But they are all ruled by fear, just like me. And they call it law of nature. No, that is not law of nature. Even in jungle, lion does not hunt randomly or for pleasure. It only hunts when it is threatened, challenged, or if he is hungry. Otherwise, he just, you know that he sleeps around 20 hours a day. So again, I'll reiterate, I'll close my discussion of by saying that this illusion of safety is actually a prison that we have created ourselves. And it is only us who holds the key. We can simply open the door and decide to walk out into the unknown. And that is what God has also told us to do. Already know. You know what you know. That is not that is not serving your purpose, is it? So why not travel to something unknown? Obviously, I'm not at all implying the fact that you should do something wrong. No, but compromising your own safety, compromising your sovereignty for safety, that is the biggest sin that you can ever commit. And there is no coming back from that. Once you have committed it, you are done for. There is no more hope left for you. I don't want to sound too gloomy or grim or depressive, but that's what reality is. Reality is never pleasant. It is a very bitter pill that we need to swallow and understand and confront. And then and only then can we confidently say we are free. So I'll sign off for now today. I hope you guys found it informative and you might be able to take away a few things from my discussion. I'll be seeing you guys soon. I'll be posting my videos again. I'll love to listen from my viewers in the comment section. And if you disagree with me, I'll be more than happy to listen to your point of view because that is going to be a learning experience for me as well. So I'll see you soon. I'll see you next time. Till then, stay blessed and thank you for tuning in.